Hey everybody, it's Rachel here and it's Thursday, so I'm doing another T-Hawks 2 cents. I got a question about how to do earrings, like how I make a lot of stud earrings in my shop, so little tiny guys. I don't like a lot of dangle earrings. I don't wear them, and my clients usually are always looking for the little studs when they come in, and I've been working on a batch of stud earrings, so I thought this would be a good time to show you guys. Basically, what you need is a post of some kind. You can fabricate these posts yourself or you can buy them. I choose to buy them, and I buy the ones with the 1.5 millimeter flat end. And then on this end, they have like a little, let me zoom in here. They have like a little, this is hard on the zoom. So they have like a little divot right here, which is where the ear nut will actually catch and attach onto that. So today I'm just going to show you guys how to apply this little post to the back of your earring. So once you have your earring backs and you have your earring posts, basically what you're going to want to do, what I do is I flux the inside piece, and then I will flux the outside of it. And I usually do multiples at a time just because they're really little. And so it's usually once you have your torch going, I like to do them kind of all at once if I'm doing like a little set, which I am here. So you get everything fluxed. And I like to put them in my annealing pan. I don't think everybody probably does this. Now, some people like to stand them up with like a third arm or something like that. I don't particularly do that. I like to hold it with my tweezers, which I will show you guys. So right now I have my little one, or I think this is my aught tip. It's the really small one. You don't want a ton of flame because then you'll end up melting your little post. So I take and I will dip my earring posts in my flux so that they're just ready to go. And then I will use a medium to easy solder. And what I like to do is I will put the solder on the back of each one of these where I want the earring post to go. So now that I have that done, move things out of the way. I light my torch and I'm going to go ahead and get these soldered. Again, make sure when you're soldering that you always heat the whole piece up at the same time so that you get really good capillary traction. So what I do is I pick up one of these little guys, I straighten it out with my tweezers, and I kind of lay it on that solder. The tweezers create kind of a heat sink for your post. And so your post won't melt if you have the tweezers. And just like that, your post is soldered to the back of your earring. Again, I just pick this up. I want to move this one down a little bit. And what I try to do when I have them all kind of here, I try to do the one that's up top first so that the other ones stay away from my heat so that the solder doesn't do the popcorn dance. Oh. And sometimes you do that instead and you lift it up too quick. Sometimes you want to let that solder kind of do its thing, cool down a little bit before you pick it up. And I just repeat until I have all of them soldered properly. Last one. So once you have your earrings out of the pickle and you've got your solder, your back soldered on there. Also with these posts, you can get posts that have like I do the 1.5 millimeter pad on the top, but they have some with 2 millimeter and 3 millimeter pads. So if you're not as confident like using the smaller flat pad on the top and you want something that is a little bit bigger, you can get something bigger and then you can just set those on top. Sometimes they will melt though without using the tweezers, I found, because you don't have a heat sink to keep that little tiny piece of metal from getting heated up too fast. Also, they do have them without the pad at at all, like just a straight post. So if you're looking for something like that, you can do that too. I like the 1.5 millimeter post because it gives you enough contact point, but also at the same time, like it's not so big that it doesn't become a huge distraction on the back of the piece. So that's why I like to use that really small 1.5 millimeter pad. And I actually wanted to show you guys this as well. So this is a hole that I drilled that fits this earring post just perfect, and I have it in my on my bench pin. And the reason I do that is because when you're working with small things like this, sometimes it's really hard to hold on to them while you're setting stones. So as long as you drill that hole directly down, completely perpendicular in every direction, it'll keep your post straight, and at the same time it gives you a little bit more control over setting faceted stones and cabochons, and you can turn it around, so as you set your stone you're still able to turn that around in your bench pin. So that's another tip with doing like small post earrings, is maybe to drill a little hole in your bench pin that will fit the post of the earring, so that way you have more control when you're setting stones. As always, this is just the way that I do it. You guys are free to do it however you wanted, but that's what I found works best for me. If you guys need any more tips and tricks, or you would like to see any other videos, check out my YouTube, but also DM me, let me know what you're looking for, and I'll try to like put that up. I did get a couple requests for making like specific projects, and I would do that. However, everything in my shop is one of a kind. I don't ever remake something. I might make like pairs of something, but they all turn out a little bit different, and so it's hard for me to show specific projects. So definitely, if you're doing a request, please try to make sure that you are looking for a technique that I might be able to help you with. But other than that, that's what I've got for you guys this week, and I hope that you all have a great week, and I'll see you for the next T-Hawks 2 cents.